Good morning, guys. We're back for the finals, which unfortunately I'll be behind the camera again. And I gotta say, I'm not really okay, but I will be. It's just tough. You know, this was my best finish this season so far. I finished 52nd, and we bowled 4 events, I think, and that's finishing that low is not really acceptable ever. I just feel like I've worked so hard for this, and for this to happen again, to let it happen again, is just kind of, it sucks. And I'm gonna do what I can to make sure this doesn't happen ever again, because it's a terrible feeling. But we're here today to watch either Mikey win his first or Chris win his second, or somebody from the house. So we'll be filming and documenting all that stuff. Speaking of,
hi everyone.
He's gonna make a run.
Yeah, I'm only like 30 pins out of 16.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. For how I bowled the first block, not too great, but I think it's going to be managing the approaches. Stuck a lot yesterday.
Yeah, they're kind of sticky.
Yeah, like the sticking part isn't the bad part. It's the ones that you randomly like slide a little bit and you're like not expecting to, so you're like, oh god, and then you got to check. Yeah, you got to check and make sure you don't foul.
Not so good.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Got a game plan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good luck. Alright, here's our situation today. Chris is in 6th. He should safely make 16 and probably 8. He's a good bowler. I jinxed him last week though, so I'm not going to jinx him again. But he is in 6th right now. Mikey's in 18th, and he's less than 10 pins out of the first cut. Second cut? The top 16 cut. So that's where we're at. I'll try to be a little better about giving updates as we go. Could be a long day. Hopefully it's a long day.
Then you got D's little camera.
You can check your lens on our channel.
Little.
Right now.
That's not how it works, man. Little baby lenses.
Alright, after 2, Mikey's out of the number. He's like 20, 30 out maybe. Chris is in, kind of grinding. He's like 20 over, so they're both on about the same. But Chris has the buffer to keep him in there for now. Mikey's gonna need a couple of good ones to climb his way into the 16 number.
no good.
Got one more game.
We need about 270 probably.
I don't know if you need that much. What'd you play again?
170.
Oh.
I never struck on the left lane.
No. Let me see.
So you saw when I ringed that 10 right on the left lane? I rung the 10, moved one left, ripped a 9, moved one left, hooked even more, 4 pin, moved again, in the 10th frame, and I hit a stick spot because
Approaches were tricky this week.
and I light forward, and of course in the fill ball I go 10 back.
Alright, well unfortunately Mikey didn't make it, but Chris is still bowling. I get to practice, so that's nice. I think Mikey's gonna go get lunch with Sandy. I'm just gonna starve myself because I need to practice. Yeah. Alright guys, I got a nice little practice in. No filming because I'm terrible about doing that when I practice, but I'll try to get better so you guys can see what goes through my mind. Had some help from Kyle, which was nice. Worked some things out. A lot of it's just feel and trying to get that back, so we're getting closer, a little closer. I think the TOC will be a much better event for us, but today's about Chris. Mikey unfortunately did not make the cut, but Chris is currently in the top 8 number. He's in by 10. The next number is 110 ahead of him, so he's gonna need some big games. They've bowled 2 games now, which is odd because usually this round's 3. But 2 games this round, 2 games next round to determine the step ladder. Those guys in the step ladder at the moment are 100 pins ahead of everybody else, so let's see what happens.
bowled the 254 game where no one else is shooting 200, so he will likely move up to the second position. Christopher will likely either move up to 6 or stay in the same spot, 6 or 7.
Yeah, guys behind him aren't doing too hot.
Yeah, the standings are not going to jumble very much.
One more solid game and the both of them should make it. Well, Nick should make it for sure.
They're going to stay the same.
If Nick doesn't make the top 8, then he needs to go to therapy.
If Nick doesn't make the top 8, he probably shot like a 110 game. And that still might make it. He's pretty far up there.
Okay, Chris survives another round. He's bowling in the round of 8. I don't know what I think he's going to be kind of close. 40 out, 2 games. You never know. We'll see. Well, we got 2 more games. Hopefully make a run at this step ladder, but Nick's bowling really good, so he's almost locked to bowl on this show, I think. Exciting stuff. The only thing more exciting would be if we were bowling too, at least on this channel. But, you know, we'll come around. TOC's next. We'll be ready. So, Christopher.
Hello.
What were your keys to success that round?
Staying out of trouble. Kinda, because I didn't really stay out of trouble that well. I bailed out the first game pretty well with 2 teams. Threw some really good shots down the stretch. And then I got some good information from ball rep Sean Ryan about the following pair. And made a move and threw a 4 or 5 bagger in the middle of the game and ended with 3 or 4 in a row. So had a good 230 there. And we'll gain some pins. Still got some work to do to see if we can make this show, but see what happens.
got one game to go. I think Chris is about 70 out now. Yeah, Simon bowled 220. He was 50 behind him. Chris shot 199, so he's gonna have to bowl a real big one if he wants something cool to happen. Well, unfortunately, Chris is gonna miss. He had a chance if Simo opened in the 10th and he got them all. He would have shot 237 and 9 out for Simo would have been 162. And he would have gone around him. But Delmo got 2 first ball in the 10th. And EJ put up a bunch of money for him to go back through it. And he almost did. But Chris was up right after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the top.
Anyways, as I was saying, Belmo tried to go back through the middle. And almost did, but Chris was next, unfortunately, and I think the crowd caught him.
All right, at this time, please.
Oh my God. I think we're good. I think I saw Chris come back and say I should have stepped off. Didn't make the greatest shot I've ever seen, but he had a chance, small chance, because I don't think Simon was going to open in 10th, but you never know. It's a good week for Chris. I think he finished 5th, might be 6th. Arturo bowled 2-10 the last game too. It was pretty close. Better week for Mikey, and I'm still looking to figure out what I'm doing, but we're on the rise. Just chatted to Dave Smalls for the last 2 weeks. He was the owner and proprietor of the 2 centers we have bowled these flow bowling stops at. So shout out to him. Great job. Treated us really well. Took care of the bowlers. Really appreciate it. Look forward to coming back. That's it for Kokomo. We got the TOC next. Be ready for that one. We'll see ya at the next one.